Hey everybody, my name is Desiree and welcome to my discussion board post. So, this week we were given the question of naming three contemporary issues that exist within female police officers. So, I am just going to be reading off my notes because I find it easier if I have something to read off of rather than just going off the top of my head. But starting off, women who work in law enforcement tend to face several contemporary challenges, which three of them being gender discrimination, sexual harassment, and physical requirements. So, for gender discrimination, female officers today note that they lack the respect by their male colleagues, and this continues to be the greatest barrier for women in law enforcement, where women felt that they have to constantly prove themselves regardless of the number of years or experience that they have within an organization. So, this definitely goes to show that the all boys club still exists in smaller departments, which they simply do not want to welcome women because they are intruding on their territory, supposedly. And this causes the women that serve in rural communities to be relegated to lower positions within the agency, and they often experience higher degrees of discrimination. So, a potential solution for this contemporary issue is for departments to implement stronger policies to address gender bias, discrimination, and sexual harassment. So, this includes conducting sexual harassment and equality training for all employees, as well as enforcing strict disciplinary action when incidents occur. So, it's kind of hard to put an exact solution on it because this is not a solution that can be fixed right off the bat because a lot of people have that gender discrimination already embedded in their head. So it's going to take a lot of time and progression for all of that to be over with, so to say. But my second contemporary issue is sexual harassment, which is honestly hardly ever talked about because the harasser usually does not get disciplined. Either the harassment doesn't go public and they can just pay out the victim in a settlement, or oftentimes, if they do discipline the guy, they can get transferred to a different department, or they will just be forced to resign, which resignation is not even a discipline because you're kind of just leaving. But anyways, it definitely goes to show that the all boys club still exists within sexual harassment, not sexual harassment, within the police departments because of sexual harassment. And there is honestly kind of no solution with this. It's kind of similar as to my gender discrimination solution. Like, you're gonna have to just hope for the better and just hope that become more educated and become less ignorant and consider women equal to having a career in law enforcement because it's just a huge stigma that is very hard to change where law enforcement is seen as a man's job and women are not strong enough to do it. Which takes me to my third contemporary challenge, which is the physical requirements to become a police officer. So, the representation of women has been so low in law enforcement because there is an overemphasis on the physical fitness skills that are required for the hiring process, which excludes a number of qualified women for employment. So, physical fitness tests of law enforcement positions have been criticized as a tool to exclude women from policing, despite evidence that it is not a physical ability of officers that are most desirable, but rather their communication is the best asset for the job. So, a potential solution for this issue is test the ability of recruits to perform certain tasks in the field rather than measuring how strong they are. So, for example, we should be able to measure how effective and I guess specific an officer can be while in a stressful situation rather than determining how much they can lift or how strong they are compared to everybody else. But yeah, those are the three issues I found. Let me know in the comments if you guys found anything else different than that, or what do you guys think? What are your guys' thoughts, opinions on the stuff I found? But yeah, that concludes my discussion board. Thank you for listening.